Are we done?
Yes.
Alright, so I just pulled up the last notes. So did everybody get this for number 1? A ship leaves the dock 30 kilometers north before dropping anchor. And then ship B from the dock sails on a bearing of 50 degrees. That's 50 degrees, 65 kilometers before dropping an anchor. Find the distance between the ships, X. And then what I did here is I just cleaned it up. I don't know if you want to do something similar. Maybe just recopy the triangle a little bit cleaner. So guys, can we use Pythagorean theorem here since we have two sides? No. Can we use sine rule?
No.
No, because we don't have an angle on the top side. So who are you going to have to use here?
Cosine rule.
Yes, but we'll do that in a sec. Let's go through the pictures once again. Okay, for the second picture here, Anya walks 2 kilometers. Okay, so she starts here. So she walks 2 kilometers north.
And then 3 northwest.
And she turns 3 kilometers in the direction of... How do you read this? How do you read that?
35 degrees north.
West of
north.
So 35 degrees west of north. How did we get this 55 here?
90 minus.
Yeah, because angles on the outside of my triangles do me no good. So, you...
No, it wasn't at 100.
Wouldn't that whole angle be
180.
Yeah, that's what we did last class.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's my cleaned up version. Yeah, and then, what else? And then find the distance and her bearing from the starting point to her end point, so X. Oscar, how did I get 145?
You added 90 plus 55.
And how did I get 55?
35 minus 9.
So then, again, if you want to do something similar, transfer it over to a clean version. Yes, that becomes 145 because that's 55 plus the 90.
You don't even need that 55 though, with 180.
Ah, that's true. The question is asking me for this, X. Yeah. Are we okay?
Yes.
And then the third one, this one was the one that was a little troubling at first. Go back.
No.
And then the last one, this one was a little crazy, huh?
Yes.
We had to use alternate interior angles. Do you see these green lines that are parallel? And then this 53 with this 53 are alternate interior. I don't know if somebody found a faster way to do this.
But why does it go, like, why does the degree start from what?
Porque así comienza cuando
That's what a
es...
bearing, that's how we define a bearing. It goes from north at 0 degrees clockwise.
I have a question. So like it's going on a bearing right there of 47. So why is there a 53 and a 37? Shouldn't it be a 47?
Okay, let's start from the beginning. A ship leaves port. So here I labeled it port. A ship leaves port and sails 35 kilometers. So that's 35 kilometers there. On a bearing of... Oh, that's what you're saying?
Yeah. That's probably why we're not getting the right answer.
Why?
Because it's wrong.
That should say 47.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why.
And then in the 53, it's not 53, it's 43.
Oops.
Then
Oopsie
where you say
daisy.
So that's not 53, that's
40.
43. Oops. 43.
But even it's the same
We're still on-
thing. You still don't know it.
Yeah, but
Because it's not
the thing is,
90.
we weren't getting the right answer before.
No, we
like,
never
We
tried.
never tried that.
We never tried solving the problem. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So port, leaves port and sails 35 kilometers on a bearing of 47 degrees. So the complementary. Oh no. Oh yes.
Then the red 37 would be 47.
Okay, fine. Okay, that's 43.
The red 47 is 47.
The red 37 is 47. Because it's the alternate.
Alternate interior 43, and then this is 27.
40.
40.
Yes. Okay, anyways. Da-da-da. And then the ship turns and sails 15 kilometers that way on a bearing of 105. So with respect to north, that was your question, 105 degrees.
Making that little angle 7.
Making that little angle 15 because this was 90.
And then
so
the
90
rest
and
is
15.
75.
So the rest is 75. That's how we got that. That's correct, right? So then what's 47 plus 75?
122.
Who?
122.
I was off by 10 degrees. Thank you, Magdalena. I didn't notice. Okay, so if you transfer this to a clean version, and then the question is, how far is he from the port? So X is what you want. So clean it up. 47 and 75 make 122. You have these two sides, and you want to know X. Can we use Pythagorean theorem? No. Can we use SOHCAHTOA? No. Can we use sine rule? No. You're gonna have to use cosine rule for all three of these, right? All three. Yeah. Use cosine rule. Alright. So now let's actually solve.
True.
So let's come back to the top. So cosine rule. Whoa. Okay. So cosine rule says, like, I'm just gonna write it one more time. And guys, you're gonna have to get detached from the letters. Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're gonna have to stop depending on like who's little a and who's little b. Look, do you see any like letters here?
No.
No, it's the relationship that you're more concerned with. So look,
Side.
because this is already isolated, that's like the variable that you usually want to isolate. So in this case, x. The cosine, like that angle is across. You know, like
Yeah.
whatever letter is there, like that's the angle opposite. So this is the angle opposite x, which is 50. The other two sides, in no particular order, because it doesn't matter because you're just adding. In no particular order, the other two sides are the b and the c. So 30 squared and 65 squared. Minus 2 of them, 30 and 65. Any questions on plugging in?
Isn't it
And then in one
35?
shot, and then in one shot, square root both sides to already get x by itself, and then plug that all in your calculator in one shot.
Why is the formula squared and not square rooted already?
What?
You could do that.
It's just for no reason.
Because then you'd have a square root on the 2BC cos of A, and I get it.
But you already have something like that. It's a b square root.
It's okay. You square root it.
Okay.
When you make your own formula book, you can square root it.
Someday.
Okay,
Guide to
can somebody
success.
just plug all that?
51.7.
So like,
Again?
But it's asking to the nearest kilometer, so that's 51.
51
Yes.
kilometers. And then just double check that you answered the question because sometimes they also ask you for the bearing.
Find the
Find it.
distance between the ships when they are
Perfect.
stationary to the nearest.
Okay, so we're done. Okay, let's go to the second one.
Wait. 51.16. Okay.
It's 17, yeah.
But it says round to the nearest kilometer, so that's why we just put 51. Okay, the next one. So I'm using this picture.
Qué hambre.
Bexio, puedes comer.
Alright guys, I'm gonna write the little
Hey, yo hice brownies. Para
gonna
todo,
write the little
todos pueden
formula
comprar menos
again.
Adela.
You think you're fun?
If it comes from YouTube.
Puedes comprarle los míos, Adela.
Who goes isolated on this side?
We want the bearing
Hasta
and
los
the
puse en paquetes
We'll worry about that later.
individuales.
X.
Que no. Eso sí.
X squared.
Liam Oscar. Who do I put isolated on this side?
The X.
The X. Who do I put here as B and C? The
Whichever.
Other, the other two sides. It doesn't matter. Yes.
Leftovers.
And who is the angle that I
148.5.
put cosine to?
145.
The one opposite the X, the 145. And then, as Liam says, square root,
Yes.
whole thing. And then punch that in your calculator.
4.78.
Somebody confirms.
Yes.
4.78 what? Because this is a real life
KM.
kilometers. But you're not done because in this question they do also want the bearing.
What?
From
So you
so
want
from where she is, from the end point back to the start point.
Hmm.
So do you see this little question mark I put on this angle?
Can we do sine rule?
So
Sí.
find the bearing and the
Sí,
distance.
puedes.
Wait, why did I put it there? Find her distance and bearing from her start point.
No, it's there.
From her starting point.
Her starting point is there.
Por eso. Entonces you're right.
You're
right.
right. It's there.
It's her distance from
here?
her starting
Yeah,
point.
it's from
Uh-huh.
her
Or back to the
No, from
No.
it says find her distance and bearing
her
from
starting point.
her starting
So
point.
It's. I think it's a good
It's-
position.
No, I think it's from the end.
No, no,
Like-
from her starting.
It's from the starting.
Yeah. Is the bearing at the bottom? Oh,
Maria. Yeah, because then I would say from
Okay,
her
fine.
ending point.
Okay, fine. So yeah, that's the little angle that we're interested in. So how do we get it?
4.70.
Now we know X. Sorry. Now we know X. So we can use sine rule. Yeah, 4.78. So because you have an angle on its opposite side, this little relationship here. Q 4.78 is 2.
Sine 145 equals 3 over sine y or whatever.
Sine
X.
Y.
Y.
Because
Sine
you already
C.
used
C.
X.
Put sin C.
Fine.
Yes.
Sine.
and since they're using that notation, do we have to answer in that notation?
Maybe.
Oh, this notation?
Yeah.
Sure, let's practice that notation. So,
So 3
inverse
sine.
sine of again, I'm skipping a couple of steps, hoping that you can figure that out. 21. Whoa, I got a 13 and I got a 21.
I probably got it wrong.
It's 21.
Yeah.
21.
Point?
See the
One.
Yeah. Okay, but Diego has a good point because they gave it to us in this notation. Let's give the answer back in that notation. So how should I write that bearing in this notation?
So it's n.
So it's 90.
With
that-
respect to north,
North
And
21.1.
21
degree west. So 21 degrees west of north. Or how else would you give it?
You can give
If you did it with the 3 digits, like
0.21.
starting from north, you'd have to go all the way around.
No, I mean it.
360 minus 21 is what?
339.
39.
339.
So you could say a bearing of 339 with respect to north, right? Or 21 degrees west of north.
That's even like the negatives, like on
Yeah,
our.
I know.
It's crazy.
What?
Last question.
Well,
Why do you try this one by yourself?
No, no,
I'm
mijo,
doing
sabe.
it. I'm doing it.
¿Qué?
Te fregaste, mijo.
It's not like this one before
Ah,
you know
y
sign rule,
ya lo puedes hacer poco.
and they expect you to know it.
Yeah. That's why I didn't want to solve them until we need this.
truco.
By yourselves.
Él también.
Easy. I can do it with one eye.
Okay, do it with one eye. So find X and then find the bearing to return support.
But I like cosine rule.
You like it? ¿Cuál era la fórmula?
Cos A es igual a
Because that
A
entire
cuadrado
is
más B al cuadrado
what's
menos
inside of it.
Right. So the reason I needed that one is to get this 43 so that I could subtract from 90 and get the 47 in my triangle. These are alternating terms.
I know.
See, but look, I don't know it. That's
Oh.
why it's a question mark.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
what you have
good.
to do.
All good.
This one. Yodita.
It's 44.7 kilometers.
I was not me. She's just honest.
¿Qué hiciste primero?
Pero no quiero escribir todos.
Just get X but the bearing.
You have to do first part and then underway.
Miss Gonzalez, can I do it in the board?
Wow, Emiliana. Tengo 44.
For an ID diploma.
44.
You know, the only time I won an IB certificate was in like 8th grade.
¿Tú solo has ganado?
I actually haven't.
School and I've only won one.
¿Qué?
Diana, ¿tú solo has ganado uno?
Sí.
No, mentira. Creo
Yo
que...
también.
Oh
Wow,
my
sí,
God,
yo-
seriously, Diego?
Ajá, I
Yo
feel
creo que
honored
Enrique
on
se ha
sitting
ganado...
next to you.
Yo solo he ganado y fue
Adela ha ganado, yo ya hemos ganado como unos 7, pero era por sexto grado que a Adela le daban todos los meses seguidos. No, Carrie,
Porque era
Carrie,
que la
Carrie.
única persona en la clase, ¿no?
Éramos como 10
Sí.
Sí, Adela siempre se lo graba. Carrie.
Literalmente todos ganaron ese año.
I didn't.
Enrique.
Enrique, Gianmarco.
Enrique. ¿Qué ganó Enrique?
Enrique got Karen.
Enrique God.
Ya, Enrique. Carrie.
Honestly,
O sea, si tú ganas Kevin es lo mismo como si Enrique
Ya
ganara.
gané Carrie. Exacto, o sea, Carrie es lo peor de ganar.
honestly, I feel like they are just like they are joke awards like the teachers select. As in,
Yeah,
it's
because
scary.
they tell us that everybody has to get an award.
What?
So if you've already gotten one, you can't get another one until everybody's gotten one.
That's not
Ah,
true because people have
that's
won
what
like
Enrique
3 or
does not
4.
Eso no, yeah,
I've
that's not
gotten
true.
one
Like,
every
Same with the
single
teacher
year.
award, like if you've already gotten a teacher award, you can't get another one until
Yeah.
all the other teachers have gotten one.
No.
What happened in the student
That's
one
not
day we were like,
that's
okay,
not
these two
true
are my
because,
class
like,
photos,
for
and
example,
then they were like, no, we cannot have any of these because they already won. And
No.
we were like, oh,
The thing is, that's not even true. Andrew has never gotten an award.
No, sí.
No, claro que sí.
I got one. It was
But he
like
wasn't there.
Choir,
He wasn't there.
and I wasn't there. And it was like 8th grade.
Yeah, and I've only gotten one, and it was knowledgeable, and it was like in 7th grade.
Same in seventh
No,
grade,
I understand
everyone-
why I
There
don't
is a
awards never
spreadsheet
serve
that
one
keeps
because
track
they
of
can't.
when
I don't think so. I don't think there is.
I didn't even get my
Like, they-
certificate.
Imagínate, no está mi borrador.
Pero yo perdí el mío.
Where's my certificate? I don't know.
So I don't think it's-
Pero yo el que me gané la otra vez con Berrocal, mi mamá es que mandó a marcar eso. Era que
44
risk
puntos.
taker, una vaina así.
Emiliana.
Is that the bearing though?
Yes.
I mean,
Well, it's 49, so she rounded it up, but it's 16.49.
No, the bear, like,
The bearing for it to come back.
So this.
The bearing it needs to come back. Isn't it the other one?
both.
And on what bearing must the ship sail to return?
Oh.
Oh, I don't know. I looked for this angle.
Me
So
too.
it's from.
Yeah, it's the other. And we can just subtract it now.
subtract.
Yeah. So you need this bearing
Oh.
here. So whatever that is,
Minus 180 gives you this.
It gives you.
41.5.
Yeah. 41.5.
That's what we wrote.
What?
You're right, Marina. Thank God.
Como 41?
O sea, 180 minus.
Should it be like 100 and something? And like,
122.
no puede ser 41.
No, but
I know. You need to also subtract 122.
41.5.
You're right.
No puede ser 41.5. Estaría yendo para allá.
Ajá, ¿qué hago? 180 menos qué?
Menos 122.
Menos 16.5.
No, es 180 menos 270 menos.
41.5.
Or 200, 100, I don't really.
Yeah.
You found the outside side, but you haven't found the bearing.
No, bro, con ese ya lo puedes sacar.
Yeah, so
people
41.5.
start stuttering. It's so good.
41.5.
Ajá, 170 minus.
This is 41.5.
What?
Yeah. Pero ahí también no. Then they give you the
So how do you
14.
get the green one?
So it's
100,
180
200
minus.
no, 270.
Ey, maldito guardián. Siempre está jugando Fortnite. Siempre gana.
Porque eso, isn't that the green thing, the whole green thing,
Isn't it
270?
138.5?
We might have to go back here.
Oh,
No, Martina te va a pasar mi borrador.
Es mío.
Así, en serio, porque aquí dice Oscar.
Right, Oscar.
15?
Copyrighted by Oscar.
15 and 15?
Mhm.
Okay, so with that,
So
you
this
can
is
find
50.
the-
So this little guy is.
Y tenemos tío Key
15?
ahorita.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
So then this is 15.
Tenemos tío Key.
No, like 41.5 minus 15.
Or you could just do 180 plus 90.
Oh yeah, I could just do 90 plus
270 como estaba diciendo. That's what I was saying.
90 plus 15?
It's
No,
26.
270 minus 15.
So this is 105 minus
Ian,
260.
explícame tu conocimiento de esto.
Pero es sumar y restar.
¿Qué?
Oh, por Dios.
No, it's
55.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Oh yeah. Okay, gotcha. You were saying 270 minus 15.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we were saying the same thing. Okay. Yeah. Okay,
That took.
that was tricky.
Ah, de la que dije que estaba mal.
Does everybody know why this tiny little green thing is 15? Because it came from here. Alternate interior angles once again with the northeast line. I'm sorry, with the east-west line.
Stop like this.
East Coast, West Coast, we're all from the same side.
It'll be one of the harder questions.
90 más 15
We'll
es
stop
105.
here. We had a little bit more to go, but I think this is good for today. So I'm just gonna reassign